If there is one thing that holds people back from having their best yet to come and playing full out till they keel over, it's being attached to the past and something that happened to them
Mhm.
and staying in the hurt.
Did you push record?
Thanks so much for tuning back into Our Second Act with Paige and Silka. Daryl, thank you so much for joining us again.
Glad to be here.
Daryl is our relationship, career, business. What don't you coach?
Let's see. I'm not that good at social media.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. No, but I love talking to Daryl because we believe that your first 40 years, you prepare you for what's to come, for what you're really meant to do, and to, finding your purpose, your passion, and living the life that you always wanted. The segment sort of grew out of the way we ended the last one, which was my question, is it okay to be alone? And you so astutely answered that it depends on why you're alone, and that if it's a conscious choice, the relationships that you bring into your second half could look very different.
Could look very different. And the question is, are you growing?
Yeah.
And that's what the back 40 is really all about. We say you have yet to do what you came here to do. We say your best is yet to come. And therefore, if you're playing from the idea of growing in your concepts of life, growing, letting your old pictures or your old ideas about the way life's supposed to be, letting those kind of fall to the side and opening up to new ideas, new ways of living, new ways of expressing yourself in your career, even at 50, 60, The problem is that if you're going to try to stay stuck in old models and old ideas, then the world starts to shrink in terms of possibilities. You don't really have your best yet to come because you're not open for new possibilities.
And we're talking about people who are so incredibly jaded, that are driven to leaving just ugly, ugly comments on some of our relationship series videos that we've done in Second Act TV. And it's very sad. And that's why I would really want to address that, is because why are you, when the headline is finding love again after 50, and then why are you even watching this if you're totally closed off to it?
Well, they're watching it, so they're not closed off
Right.
to it.
That's my point.
But where they are is they're in the victim mode.
Right.
And I got to tell you, the Back 40 book and everything that it's about, because that is if there is one thing that holds people back from having their best yet to come and playing full out till they keel over, it's being attached to the past and something that happened to them,
Mm-hmm.
and staying in the hurt. There's a program I have called a Back 40 Renewal, and it's a 5-series video program that really helps people, if they're willing, to not get stuck on the victim side of life. It helps to see how going through changes or going through things that are tough is a trough of transition that actually brings you to more life. But again, each soul has to really choose whether it's going to be brave enough to give up its victimness and take responsibility, not blame. But what if you designed it all for what you came here to be and what you came here to do? What can you see about that that's more life-giving versus life-limiting?
Yeah, and believe me, I get it. There's just heartbreak that you experience where you do go, I never want to do this again. I am just never going to do this again. But I know for me that's that's not going to hold.
Well, I know, but look at you. I mean, in other words, you have a transition period and you were in your hurt. It's interesting. Men and women are kind of different in that regard. Men tend to substitute, I'm generalizing here, okay? But men rather than feel the pain or go through the dark, time, they substitute and they go, get involved with somebody else or, something real quick. Women tend to take time to go through a period of healing. But again, it's whether there is a commitment to go through the healing and trust something is better. Change is going to happen. It's whether you have a strategy and a way of accepting and adapting to change, especially if you're going to play that your best is yet to come. There's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more challenges that you're going to face. How are you going to face them and keep coming out bigger?
Well, and the main thing that I is important to me to leave our viewers with, is especially if you are in that mode, in that if you're stuck in thinking that I'm just done with relationships. All women are the same, all men are the same. It's okay to be alone, as you so astutely said, but find out, understand why you want to be alone.
Yeah, and be compassionate with yourself. Allow yourself to go through a trough. You can't skip it. Anybody who skips a trough, a trough of change or a trough of grief or whatever that is, anyone who skips it shows up out in the world with a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
You can't start dating and get out there, when you've got it dripping out. Too many women talk about they're dating a guy and all he's doing is talking about the woman from before and what happened to him. That's no place to go out and be new and available. Give yourself the time, but again, look to see and again, some of the methods we've talked about in other episodes, look to see how you can see that it's the best thing that ever happened to you so that you get to be a fuller person for the next relationship. This one was practice.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Daryl. And I wish you and Alexandra just the best and happiest marriage. Congratulations on after your second or back 40 marriage.
Thanks. We'll keep everyone posted for sure.
Keep everyone posted, and we'll link to all your information, and we'll see you soon back on Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.